Okay, so today I want to talk about the Jiayu G4. I'm not going to cover the hardware much since I already did that on the first video. I had the phone for about almost a year now, so I want to do a review now that I have used it for a while. And just kind of go into the some of the features and the things that have actually been happening with it. Of course, the hardware is great, as I mentioned before, but unfortunately the phone has one downside to it, which is the software. And what I mean by that is basically that there are no updates whatsoever. There have not been any updates whatsoever, and that's my background there. So we'll just go ahead and open it up. And basically the problem with that is, since there have been a lot of security updates with Linux and things like that, the phone has not been updated. So I had some issues with it, and kind of want to go into that right now, because that is one of the things that it's the downside to having or getting a phone direct from China. You get the hardware, but the software, you're pretty much out of luck on that because you don't get any updates. On the other hand, if you buy the phone here in the USA, where I'm at, you don't get as much phone for the same amount of money. You do get the software, and the software gets updated, but the hardware is pretty limited. A lot of times, just for like a 16 gigs, it's actually pretty expensive. And so in that sense, you get the opposite of what you get if you get the phone direct from China. I wanted the hardware, so I got that. One of the problems I've been having lately is that I basically have to reset the phone in order to get it working again. For example, today I found out my card wouldn't let me call, and my dad actually called me earlier and he said he couldn't get through, and sure enough I found out my card was depleted. But that, I believe, has to do with the carrier, which is H2O. I made a call yesterday. I had money in there, and they basically said tough luck, and that's it. So I only recharged this once before, but I talked to their tech support and I couldn't get anywhere. So that, it's not gonna be something I use anymore. So this is going out. I just ordered a different SIM card since I don't use my phone a lot. I usually do a pay as you go, and I just don't use it. I don't even use the internet. But all of a sudden, the fact that my phone just went on empty without them letting me know what's going on, and I even asked, and they basically said, well, they're telling me that I made some international calls or whatever, and I don't even have anybody to call internationally, much less locally. I hardly even call anybody locally. So it's that, and so I'm done with them. And I did find another company that I'm going to try and see how that goes. So going back into the system here, one of the things that they have, the icons are pretty nice. And if you look at here, that icon, it's in Chinese, so no matter what I tried to do, I was never able to change it. At one point it did change after I told them, but I guess they did it remotely. But I had to reset my phone once before because it just wasn't working. Things were just not working correctly. So some of the icons and things, that's fine, but the security updates you never get, so that causes crashes, or not crashes, just freezes and things that just don't work right. Let me see, I want to go into the update right here. This is their update window. This has never been updated, and I had it for almost a year. So that's mainly for the whole OS, I guess, or I don't know. But let me go back here and let's do a browser. This is their browser that's in there. I really don't know what it is, so I can't tell, but you can basically go ahead and put any other browser you want. The problem on this browser is like, let's say Facebook. I'm on a Facebook, I go somewhere, I leave that page, I come back, it starts me all over on the top again, or something like that, which can be annoying. It seems like it kind of works, sometimes it doesn't other times. The other thing is, the good thing that I like is this feature here. I got several different countries just to test out the times. You have a stopwatch, which is really nice. And another feature I wanted to look into this was, I wanted a timer that actually had a like a bell or something, like a cooking timer sort of thing. This is nice. You don't have to go anywhere else. You go here and you can set say 3 seconds. This is a timer. I'm just saying it for 3 seconds. If I start it, let it go, and listen to that. So it automatically makes a noise. So it's a nice timer there. So you don't need to download anything. And I just found that out because I was looking for something and then I didn't realize I had it. So that's a nice feature on there, because those two you actually use. Now going back to, let me see here, the themes. That's all you get. Just put a background there just to kind of change it and test that, and that's fine. And then when you're on the widgets here, you can change your widgets in the main screen. You do have to be online in order for the, for some of the features to work, like like the what is it, the temperature, this part right here. See, let me go back. I have the weather in Los Angeles, and you don't get anything because right now I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. So I usually use my phone offline anyway. So this is something that you're not gonna get unless you're connected to the Wi-Fi or an actual data plan, which I'm not gonna do on the phone, because with them or the company that I had before, man, that thing would go like in a day or two. You go through the $30 or whatever. So I don't even use that, and that's another thing they were telling me if I had done it, which I had not. But just to give you an idea, not that I'm trying to complain about it, but I want people to know that, because that's something I know a lot of people want to use. So going back, basically I'm covering the software on this end here. One nice piece of software is the Adobe Reader. I like it because here I have different documents on different folders, and the Reader basically finds all your documents in different places, so that's really nice. The YouTube app, I got it from the Android market, and what's good about it is once you play a video on there, I'm not going to do it just to try and keep this short, you just turn it around and it goes full screen automatically, so that's really nice. You don't have to keep doing that like in the browser. This is a news reader that I like. You just get the basic info here. It's really nice, simple, and it works great. You just add the the websites you want to read, and then it'll just go ahead and fetch the news for you. Of course, you have to be connected again, or it won't do anything. So that's just an example of an app that works, and I have a few that do. But I wanted to cover the reason sometimes, like today, when the card was completely out, I had to turn the phone off completely in order to get it working again. It just froze for whatever reason. And that's the main thing, you don't get the updates, and so you're kind of stuck with whatever's there. And as you can see, the icons these are the default, most of the default icons, and they're really good. They work great. The calculator, that's the only one that's really very, very simple here. Let me see if I can find it. This is the one that comes with it. Yeah, this is the one. So you don't get